This is the one we're doing. Oh, what's good, family? Thank you guys for being here, rocking with your girl. We're out here in beautiful Pachamama's area. We're out here by the lake, and so I wanted to go ahead and pull some cards for everybody and do just a quick little ceremony as we're going into the super moon. And usually around this time too, it's this is the last super moon of the year, and so this is one of the most potent ones, it being in a fire sign, so there's a lot of fast forward movement that's going to be happening, and so our manifestations are going to be picking up faster through this next phase of our life, really. And so it's just a matter of us to, again, just how do we ground and alchemize and put our intentions out there to manifest what it is that we want in our lives, right? And so also too, we have to be mindful of overdoing manifestation rituals as well. So and that's just, in our intuition, we'll understand and realize like, oh, maybe this time around I don't need to do a ritual. You'll know based off of your manifestations coming into fruition and based off of your intuition, when full moons or doing moon rituals and all of that, when it presents itself, because sometimes it's really just simply just taking a day off. It's really just taking that time to just reset, recoup, do the self-care of just taking the baths, doing the meditation, saying the prayers, and really just nurturing ourselves fully to where we're just so comfortable and we're able to just feel at ease, and there's no stress in doing any of this, so which is beautiful. I really love doing these ceremonies because it really just helps me to tap in fully within where I'm at with life and what's going on in my circumstances. So these are just, I call them, these are just checkpoints in our lives to see where we're at, and it's really good to stay focused and understand the constellations and the different phases of the moon cycles, just to use these as tools to help us and guide us and give us that wisdom and that understanding and that knowing of who we are and how do we do this life thing, really, you feel me? And so these again are just certain tools that we're able to have for ourselves to be this, have these sacred tools that we can have, that we can keep, and we don't really have to share, how we do our rituals, as long as it's coming from the purest and most authentic, healed space from your heart, and you're connecting with God and your ancestors. It's what's going to bring you the most peaceful and divine connection that you could ever possibly ask for when you're so in tune and so tapped into doing this work and this medicine. It's just a really beautiful feeling. It's like that's you really connecting heaven to earth through us, through our rituals, through our self-care, through that understanding and knowing that these are healthy and beautiful tools, again, that we can use to continue to manifest and bring in this beautiful, abundant lifestyle that we want into our lives. So again, fam, I love y'all for rocking with me. So I'm doing this during sunset right now, and it's beautiful. It's it's getting colder, and so I love that's the other thing. It's like being able to adjust to your circumstances and your surroundings, because change is inevitable. And so we can never resist change. And that's just like the seasons. The seasons are always going to change. So we always got to be able to know how to adapt to our circumstances. And the more you're able to, just naturally and gradually transform is what's going to help us be at ease and be very like tapped into our emotions, and not allow the distractions or our minds to be so caught up in society's way of doing this life thing that they really just have us in control of, keeping us trapped in our minds, just really just stuck in these cages of like, they don't want us to be these free thinkers. They don't want us to plant these seeds for ourselves. They don't want us to be these superhumans, basically. And so when we're able to come out of that system, come out of that matrix, and realize like, oh shit, I really can just do and be and breathe and think and feel and manifest and do everything that I really can really do, you feel me? And when you have that perspective, when you have that awareness, when you become awakened into your purpose, into your knowing and understanding of this lifestyle, of this experience, of this inner divinity, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping what you can truly manifest for your life, because we're the poets, we're the artists, we're the creators, we're the alchemists of our dreams, of our realities. And so really pay attention during this time too, with your dreams, because this is other forms again of God and our ancestors giving us the downloads naturally. And so they're just trying to speak to us in all these different forms, which is beautiful. It's so poetic. It's so just, man, it's so fairy tale like, you feel me? And that's just like the energy with Neptune during the planet transits right now. It's that very, and that's why I'm by the water too. It's like, it's that very, what's under the sea, right? What's in the darkness, in the depths of these waters. And there's beautiful mermaids. Shout out to my mermaids and mermans out here, you feel me? Who love to swim deep in the deep end over here. But again, it's like really tapping into our divinity, our individual self, really. And it's just a beautiful thing to, when you get to that point in your life, it's like, man, you really see and look at this life thing and really appreciate it for what it is, and what it's taught us, being here, through this experience, through this lifetime. So I want to go ahead and jump in and grab some cards for us, fam. And so thank you guys for being here. I just want to do a really nice, easy, nothing crazy, you feel me? And so confident is your key to success. New moon in Leo, again, like having this confidence and having this understanding, and this knowing how to like reassure ourselves of this reality. And how do we how do we gain that confidence? What are the tools that we need for ourselves to fully tap into our inner divinity? And it's really, these questions are questions, that you have to sit with yourself and tap in, for yourself, because there's nobody outside of us that's going to give us that answer, And so, yeah, look at the bigger picture. Exactly. Because it's, again, it's like, we're so used to the ideology of everything being outside of us, that we need to find the answers from. And in reality, it's us really taking that time to sit with our emotions and really sit with ourselves and really talk to ourselves and do, that really inner work that we are able to do for ourselves, and talk to ourselves and ask ourselves, these questions of like, what is that bigger picture for my life? What is it that I want to draw this beautiful scenery of my life into my reality? How does that look? How do I do that, right? And so these again are just questions that you're asking yourself, because this is what's going to give you that confidence. This is what's going to give you that, the key to your success. It's what's going to give you everything, and not be so caught up again in your mind about, how do I do this? Or, this came up in my life. So fuck, like, what do I do? Right? And so again, it's really just sitting with yourself and tapping into these questions of, anybody doing that soul searching and doing that inner work, you're going to ask these deep questions for yourself. You're going to ask these really hard questions of like, what is this, right? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I do it this way? And it's a time and space for us, especially during this full moon, to really let go of all the karmic and toxic and just the low vibrational energy that had, given us the purpose that it needed to for the time being, but it no longer needs to go with us into this next chapter, into this next phase of our life. And so that's what we're being called to step into, is this new age of Aquarius, is this new higher consciousness, this higher vibration of this love light language, of this inner divinity, of this beauty, of this wisdom, of just naturally sitting at a lake and just soaking in Pachamama's wisdom and her strength and her courage, and how much it just purifies our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. We take that for granted, especially, certain beautiful areas. All the land is beautiful. And it's just a matter of all of us to really just take that time to step into just healing ourselves. We're our own natural healers. We have this power to do that. We have the power to change our DNA, to restructure our mind frames and our perspectives of how to do this life bigger and better and beautiful and doper, family. Oh! So that's what's being illuminated to us, you feel me? And so we just really have to hone in on just, that focus of, okay, what's this bigger thing of this life thing? What does that mean? And ask ourselves these wild and crazy questions, And the most wild and crazier questions that you can ever ask yourself are the most like genius and like dopest, and like you'd be surprised if that like comes true, because if you really are coming from a like authentic and like childlike place in your heart that's just like, man, I really want this, in my life, and I really want to do these things for myself and for my legacy and for my, betterment of who I am. And so again, these are tools and these are just checkpoints in our lives that we can use to our advantage, really. And so it's just a matter of you having the choice to shift your perspective and give yourself this space and time to do this healing work, to do this spiritual work, to do this beautiful, magical like thing that exists for us naturally. It's crazy. It's like hard to put into like words. But again, it's just really taking that time, and that's being like, when I was meditating, that was definitely the focus. It's like we really take slowing down, because it's such an easy thing to like think about or talk about and say, but we really take that for granted, you feel me? It's like, sure, people can talk about like, oh, we'll slow down and rest and recuperate, but really like take that time, really. There goes the family. really take this time to, you know, reset and rejuvenate, because we're upgrading our body. Our avatar needs that time and space to naturally heal, and our bodies are magical organisms, orgasms. That's coming out. They're natural organisms, so our skin like naturally heals itself. So put that into perspective. Like, our body, our avatar, and our mind are so big and powerful. We are able to be like superhumans, really, and we're able to heal ourselves. We don't need this man-made medicine, because the land is the real natural medicine, and that's what was given to us before we got here. Our ancestors were already doing this type of beautiful work, and so it was just suppressed and taken away from us because of society, because of man, because of them not wanting that small percentage, not wanting us to evolve into these superhuman beings, basically. And so this is the time and space and the age of our generation that's able to wake up and tap into this beautiful magic that was already given to us before we reincarnated here. So it's just for us to remember and wake up. And so as spiritual leaders, as like healers, as shamans, as, you know, truth seekers, we're waking up naturally. It's just happening. And so you're gonna feel very sensitive to people and your surroundings, and you're gonna feel like you can't be authentic and in your truth. And in reality, that's just your subconscious mind stuck in the fear, right? Because that's what society put into our minds, is to suppress that, is to close that down, is to not talk about those emotions, suppress our feminine energy, when in reality those are natural human being feelings that are given to us, and we're allowed to express how we feel. If we're feeling shitty, it's okay to feel shitty, because that's an energy that just needs to come out of our system to be let go, and give it to Pachamama, give it to the universe, and allow her to, heal and use that energy, and so that she can birth that into these beautiful trees, into this beautiful land that is here, naturally for us. So it's really to take that time to come and sit with her and see the healing work that she does for us naturally. And so again, it's like these beautiful lands that exist around this world. And for anybody that has traveled the world, really understands these like sacred rural like areas, that just naturally have this magnetic pull to you, and you can just feel it when you're in these specific areas, And so really look into, the city that you're in as well, or just the natural resources that are around you, and take those trips, to really connect with all this beautiful world, really. And it's, man, to be able to, travel the world and see so many different cultures and so many different lands. And it's a part of our journey. It's a part of us experiencing, to give us that knowledge and wisdom of being a part of this, collective energy and this collective consciousness. And so we're constantly on the go, and not seeing the natural beauty that is existing around us in our town, really. A lot of people take a lot of, their towns for granted. And it's like, man, I've been away from where I grew up for the past 12 years because, for myself, really, it's like I knew in my heart that I needed to travel and go to these certain places to evolve and continue my spiritual growth, continue my journey, and see, what that is and what that meant. And so you're growing through a cycle, you feel me? And so it took me years to get back to this full circle of coming back where I'm from. And it took, 12 years to do that full circle, that full cycle. And it's now I'm in a place in my life where I'm really appreciating, like, man, the place that I grew up at, it's like, yo, this is such a natural, like, beautiful place to just, you have everything. You have the seasons, you have the lakes, you have, you know, the food, it's, you know, and you just make it what you make it, you know. And that's another major thing too. It's like, anywhere you go, it doesn't matter. You're always going to make that town, that city, that country, whatever, wherever you're going, you're going to make that beautiful because that's what you carry inside of you. And so people are going to be inspired by that too. I'm going to switch, reset. So that's coming up, you feel me? Take advantage of being able to get to know the land that you're from and really get into, you know, your ancestry and like what your lineage is, where you came from, who are you. Again, these are just natural resources of knowledge and wisdom that we can keep in our, you know, in our books, in our backpack when we're, you know, traveling or just searching for that inner strength, that inner wisdom, that purity, that questioning ourselves of all these different beautiful natural ways of just living this life and doing this experience, you feel me? So it's just again, these are just tools, but you have to be the one wanting to do that work. You have to be the one, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And so again, it's not reaching outside for that acceptance. It's not reaching outside for, you know, that thing is going to give me the confidence because A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it's like, no, man, it's really us giving ourselves that confidence. It's really us talking to ourselves and really, really going deep and diving deep, family. So, I want to go ahead and just do a quick clearing, a quick peaceful little ceremony, and take the candle as our fire element because we're here in Aries as the full moon. But I want to take this time to really set, you know, the intentions into this candle and help us purify, you know, what we want to let go of. And so fire is the element. Again, it's like, it's what really, it's that very fast track of like, it clears really fast, right? So using the fire element and understanding how to bring these elements into our manifestations, and this will help us to set, you know, the intentions of what we want to let go of. And that's a form of just us naturally giving it to the universe, giving it to Pachamama, to allowing her again to take care of that sorrow, of take care of those pains, take care of everything that it is that we want to let go of. Because again, she naturally knows how to take care of these parasites, we call them, you feel me? And so I want to take a second to do this healing ritual with you guys, and we're gonna light this candle. We're gonna light one of them for setting our intentions of what it is that we want to release, so that we can give it to Pachamama so she can take care of it for us. And then we're gonna light another candle to set the intentions of what we want to bring into our lives. So let's go ahead and do this really quick. Let me just light this really quick. I got 2 cameras going on, so hopefully we'll be able to do something fun and creative with this. So this, again, this is just, you know, the natural remedies and the part of, you know, I'm sharing a part of this sacredness with you guys of how I cleanse and heal and manifest, and what I do when it comes to doing this beautiful healing work. And I really love and appreciate you guys for being here and being a part of this with me. So let's go ahead and so in the natural ways and how to clean these candles, right? You get sage and you just do a circular motion towards you, because that's giving it out, right? So the energy, it's like the energy that's coming in to go out. So that's how you clean your candles, fam. So let's go ahead and use this candle. I'm gonna set the sage down and allow it to burn. So let's go ahead and take this time, take a second, give ourselves just a few minutes to sit with our intentions. So just take a second to take a deep breath in. And just allow that peaceness to come inside of you. And so we're gonna take a second to think about everything that we no longer want in our lives, all the toxicity, everything that we no longer want to see in this next timeline that we're creating into our lives. So you take a minute, you can pause this for a second and put all your intentions and really feel that energy within you, and put all your intentions into how that feels. What does that feel like? And then when you're ready to, go ahead and say what it is that you want to let go of, what it is that you want to release, and focus it into this candle. So go ahead and take a second. I'll let you guys do this for a minute. And even allow your body, if you're feeling some sort of tension in like your throat, in your third eye, in your body, really pay attention and focus to that area of your body as well, because that's you releasing and letting go of all the pain and all the stress that you no longer want to let go of, you no longer need in your body anymore. So allow you, if you have to cry, if it's getting to a point where you're feeling so deep into your heart, and really pay attention to your heart chakra. If tears are coming out, if that's what needs to come out, allow it. Don't resist anything, because this is the most sacred space and there's no judgment here with me, fam. So please let go and let that energy flow out of you, and just release it into this candle so that we can say a prayer and gratitude and thanks to that shadow self that we no longer need in our lives anymore, family. Ow! So let's go ahead and light the candle. So say your gratitude and thanks of you no longer needing it as a part of your journey anymore. So give your thanks and gratitude as you're allowing to let go of all that you no longer need in your life, fam. So with the And that's, and it's dope because, again, we're in Libra season, and this is the air and the fire, right? And so how do we protect our energy? How do we protect it during, that chaos? It's like a metaphor, because if I let this go, the air is going to blow it out. So it's really focusing on that reality of when to give and receive, and balancing out that natural give and take, that natural give and flow. There you go. Ow! Okay, so this is the fun part. So let's use this candle as what we want to manifest, baby. Let's use that. So we're going to take this candle. Let me grab some sage. But in the meantime, it's just beautiful how that just naturally happened for itself, you feel me? And so next, let's do the next candle and what it is that we want to bring in, what purifications, what love and light that we want to bring into our 3D reality, our beautiful, beautiful manifestations. What it is that fills your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit into your mind and body, your spirit, really. So let's take a second. We're going to do this here. And again, you can pause this. I'll put this right here. You can pause this, but we're going to now we're going to set our intentions into this candle of what it is that we want to bring in, what beautiful, magical, loving, highest vibrations of everything childlike. Dig into that childlike energy, into that heart chakra, into that beautiful, fun, loving space of just, man, I just want to be a kid again, you feel me? And just really tap into that inner divinity of yourself, of like that peace, of that purity, and just set your intentions of what it is that you would love to bring into your life, the manifestations, what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for, and set all that intentions into here. So we'll give it a second. You can pause this as well. So really just take your time and, take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out, and really just feel that feelings of what it is that you would love to have in your life, and really come from that really sweet heart of yours. Oh, because we all have sweethearts. You sweethearts out here. I love you guys, for real, you guys. So go ahead and take a second. And then now we're going to light the candle and say your thanks and grace and gratitude for wanting to receive, for receiving these beautiful manifestations that you're wanting to bring into your life. So here goes that again. Give this a second to let it light. There we go. And voila, fam. Oh! So again, it's really just my socks. It's really just taking that time out and doing these meditations, these prayers, this little ceremony, nothing too crazy that I wanted to do. But it's just that simple. And again, it really is that focus on, we take the simplicities of life for granted, and it's like, don't take that for granted, because it's the most magical and powerful tool that you really have for yourself to do this type of healing work, to do this work, to do this magical to do this magical work. Let me turn this light off. There we go. And so, it's really to just take, again, like I was saying, is to like give thanks to our ancestors and benevolence and our angels and our guides to, giving us these tools for us to manifest and be of this service and be, here doing this work and being connected to them, and so that we're continuing on to look what's underneath. Look what's underneath. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the Page of Pentacles, you feel me? It's like that offering when we're constantly doing this work, when we do this beautiful healing magic. It's like, man, they're just offering us all and everything that we can possibly ever imagine. It's really, again, like the simplicity of just taking the time, doing this type of work, allowing yourself this sacred space. And this is just a way to do it. And I hope this inspires, you guys to look, see, with the musician. Ooh, to my musicians that are out here. I know some of y'all are following me. I love you guys. But these are tools on how we can manifest and bring in and use these superhuman powers, into our reality. And it's really, again, it's like these phases of our lives, it gets to a point, the more you do this, the easier it becomes. And so it could be at a place right now where it's, one of your darkest moments, but just realize and understand that coming from somebody who's gone through those depths and those dark moments, it's keeping that faith, it's having that confidence and keeping your eye focused on the bigger picture and why all of this, and really understanding why all of this is happening. And like, as we continue to go, I don't know, it's getting a little dark, but it's the 10 of Cups. It's like, really, when you can dive deep into those depths of the murky waters, family, we're able to manifest everything into our reality. And these are, again, just sacred tools for us to our self-mastery and our self-care, and not taking this for granted, because man, once you are doing this work and once you've done it for so long, it really makes you appreciate everything that you've gone through, because it'll always get you to that bigger picture. It'll always get you through the darkness when you keep that faith. When you're in those darkest moments and you don't see where you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to feel, when you just really let go and let that flow of not knowing, allow that and let that be your let that be your power of like, I don't know, but it's okay, just let go and really let God and your ancestors guide you and follow your intuition all day, every day. So family, again, I hope this helped and inspired you guys. I really just wanted to do this ceremony just really softly, briefly, and beautifully, naturally, and share some of this wisdom and healing vibrations for you guys. So I hope y'all are resting. So really take this time to, chill, rest, and write down the affirmations and everything that you want to bring into your life, and get out into nature and give yourself that healing time and that space for you to connect with your ancestors, connect with Pachamama, connect with the elements of the earth, you know, so that you can use all the elements to alchemize and manifest what it is that you want into your life, family. So, oh, I love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me and allowing me to do this beautiful healing work with you guys. I so love and appreciate you guys for all the love and support, and you guys being here and sharing your energy and your time and helping me to build, you know, this channel and helping me to be a part of this growth. We're in it together, you guys. And so it's just, you know, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. And just know that it's okay and keep the faith and just do that work. Man, I just really can't reiterate that enough, you know. It's really these simple tools that we take for granted. So do your best. That's all, you know, that God and our ancestors, and even for ourselves, that's all we ask for. That's all our higher our higher self asks for. So family, I love and appreciate you guys so much for being here, rocking with your girl. Shout out to all you guys for being here in the sacred space with me. I love you. Besitos. I'll tap in with y'all soon. Peace, family. Happy super full moon in Aries. Go get those dreams, baby. Oh! Okay, peace, guys.